Hey everyone, get ready for a story that's about to blow your mind. If you've ever admired the timeless beauty of Elizabeth Taylor, you might already know she was always ahead of her time when it came to style, glamour, and even breaking boundaries. But did you know that Elizabeth Taylor once wore a transparent bikini in public during one of her vacations? Yes, you heard that right. Stay with me until the end because we're about to take a closer look at the famous photos that shocked the world and made headlines back in the day. You'll definitely want to see these images for yourself, so don't go anywhere. Now, let's set the scene. Elizabeth Taylor, one of the most iconic actresses of the 20th century, was known for her beauty, glamour, and controversial love life. She was a star on the big screen and a legend off it, whether she was starring in epic films like Cleopatra or causing a stir with her romantic relationships. Elizabeth never failed to make headlines. But one of the moments that really turned heads was when she was photographed wearing a transparent bikini during a vacation. This wasn't just any bikini, this was a bold, daring, and unexpected move that shocked the public and left everyone talking. So, how did this all come about? Well, it happened during a vacation in the 1960s, a time when bikinis were still somewhat controversial for women, and wearing something that left little to the imagination was pretty unheard of. Especially for someone as famous as Elizabeth Taylor. Back then, the world was still in the process of changing, and Elizabeth, being the fashion icon she was, wasn't afraid to challenge the status quo. When these photos surfaced, they became an instant sensation. Elizabeth was on a beach, living her best life, enjoying the sun and the waves, and she wasn't afraid to show it. What made these images so shocking was the fact that she was wearing a bikini that was made of sheer fabric, giving the world a glimpse of her body in a way that was very unusual for that time. The transparent bikini was daring, sexy, and bold, pushing the boundaries of what was considered appropriate for a Hollywood star. In those days, modesty was often expected from women in the public eye, and a bikini like that was more likely to make people whisper than applaud. But not Elizabeth. She wore it confidently and in a way that became a statement. As you can imagine, these photos caused a massive stir. People couldn't believe their eyes. How could Elizabeth Taylor, the queen of Hollywood elegance, wear something like that in public? Some people loved her for it, saying she was just being free and unapologetic in a way that only a true icon could be. Others, however, thought it was too much, with some even criticizing her for being too daring. But one thing was for sure, she made an impact. These images were everywhere, and the buzz around them only made her more famous. Now, let's talk about the significance of this moment. Elizabeth Taylor was always known for being a trailblazer in many aspects of her life, but this particular moment in the transparent bikini really highlights her fearless attitude. She didn't care about what people thought. She was confident, bold, and was living her life exactly how she wanted. In an era when we're expected to be demure and reserved, Elizabeth was giving the world a glimpse into her unapologetically sexy and powerful persona. It wasn't just about the bikini, it was about owning her image and being in control of her own narrative. This was a woman who refused to be told how to behave, what to wear, or what was appropriate for her as a famous celebrity. But let's also take a look at the context of the times. The 1960s was a period of cultural change, with the feminist movement gaining momentum and women beginning to challenge traditional norms. Fashion was becoming more daring, and Hollywood was moving away from the old-fashioned images of femininity and modesty. In this new era of freedom and experimentation, Elizabeth Taylor's transparent bikini was the perfect reflection of the changing attitudes toward women's bodies and sexuality. She was part of a movement that was slowly but surely redefining how women could express themselves on the beach and in the world at large. Now, imagine if this happened today. Social media, celebrity culture, and public opinions have only grown stronger, and a moment like this would spark even more attention. Can you imagine the kind of reactions we'd get from today's internet? From Twitter threads to Instagram posts, the buzz would be insane. People would either call her a total trendsetter or criticize her for exposing too much. But back then, in the 1960s, it was a huge deal. The image of Elizabeth Taylor in that transparent bikini was more than just a fashion statement. It was a cultural moment, and it opened the door for more women to feel empowered in their own skin. But let's not forget about the photos themselves. These iconic images of Elizabeth lounging on the beach in her sheer bikini are still jaw-dropping to this day. She wasn't just wearing a bikini, she was owning the moment, radiating confidence, beauty, and strength. She was showing that you can be sensual and classy at the same time, and that true beauty comes from within, no matter what you wear. Today, we look back at those photos with a sense of admiration for Elizabeth's courage. It's not just about the bikini, it's about the attitude behind it. She was a rebel in the best possible way, using her influence to challenge the norms and redefine beauty. Her legacy isn't just about the roles she played in movies or the diamonds she wore, it's about how she pushed boundaries and was unapologetically herself. So, what can we learn from Elizabeth Taylor's bold bikini moment? First of all, we should be reminded that fashion and beauty are about self expression. Elizabeth showed us that you don't have to follow the rules to be beautiful. She wore that transparent bikini with pride, and it made her an even bigger legend than she already was. She proved that confidence is the real key to style. When you wear something with the kind of confidence that Elizabeth had, it doesn't matter if the outfit is daring or unconventional, it will always make a statement. As we wrap up, take a moment to really think about the impact Elizabeth Taylor had. From her stunning film career to the way she lived her life as a bold and fearless woman, she taught us that we can all be unapologetically ourselves. That transparent bikini was just one of the many ways Elizabeth showed us that true beauty is about embracing who you are and having the confidence to stand out. So, what do you think of Elizabeth's iconic bikini moment? Was it too much, or was it just another example of her confidence and empowerment? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more awesome content, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.